Well, I'm James MacDonald. I'm the co-founder with my partner David Nelson of Limelight Inc. We're one of the fastest growing 360-degree programmatic ad platforms in the market. We're a challenger, but we've now got 150 global partners. We specialize in all sorts of things I could spend a lot of time telling you about, but probably put you to sleep. But, you know, we're delighted to be here in Cannes. And how are things going for you? I mean, you've got a busy time in front of you.
Incredibly busy, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here. It's lovely.
Wow, gosh, no mucking about with you, John. Straight into it. I think probably let's get right to it. You know, this year, every year at Cannes and at any of these events, but Cannes especially, there'll always be a buzz story. You know, AI's been trundling around for years. I think this year more than ever before, we can actually arrive here in Cannes, and our experience tells us with our customers, our partners, our clients, but also the market at large, that AI is not coming, it's here, right? You know, there's no doubt about that. We're already beginning to see some amazing results. We've got partners that are utilizing AI and working with us as one of the most interoperable AI platforms in the market to do 10, 15 times growth. But you know, the truth with AI and with automation, it's like with anything, whether you're on the buy side or the sell side or however you're using it, it's a tool. And it's about the data you can feed into it and then how you can use that data to then inform what you're doing. Because the truth is, there's still human equity needed to guide AI in a funny sort of way. Yes, AI will get you there quicker, faster, better, you know, in an amazing way, but you've still got to feed that. You've still got to prompt that. You've still got to guide that. And actually, that's, I think, the challenge that's coming next, right? I think it's got to be technology with a heartbeat. That's what we do, right? You know, I've got the wrong shirt on. It doesn't say with a heartbeat. I'm sorry, but there you go. But that's our byline. It's technology with a heartbeat. Because I think AI is going to be huge. Automation is already happening. There's a lot of buy-side product beginning to materialize. There's a lot of sell-side product materializing as well. Our approach to this is that we are an AI-centric product. But our approach is that we are seamlessly interoperable with any AI, sell or buy side. We can make the data that's transactable within our platform available to prompt and to guide. And so really, Limelight's a bit of a guardrail, right? You know, and that's something that we never planned for, but that's really the way that's beginning to emerge. And it's great, it works. Sorry, I'm gonna stop talking.
No, it's good. I'm really interested in the human side of that.
Yeah.
What's needed for AI. I think it was Phil Markey from Boots who had the 80-20 principle. Basically.
Yeah.
Like, it can make an 80% decent media plan, but the 20% is going to have to be human. So you're of that thinking.
Well, look, let's be really honest, right? You know, so you've got purists and you've got, you know, evangelists on one end of the spectrum, and you've got, you know, more pragmatic, more practical, you know, how do we actually make this thing work at the other, and everything in between. And the truth is, it's like your man from Boots, you know, on the buy side, certainly, you know, things like targeting, things like context, things like understanding that human contextual element that, you know, really the machine is not quite there yet. It needs someone to tell them that that's what they're looking for, but it's not quite sure why and how to do that. So I have no doubt that's coming. And we're seeing, you know, better quality product all the time. But I think the human requirement is vital. I think that will remain vital. But like everything else in the world, if you can harness this tool, harness and ride the whirlwind, but do it in the right way, you'll get a human-generated outcome at the speed of light through an AI-centric or an agentic approach. And I think that's really powerful. You know, it's a combination of the two, really.
This might be contentious for you, we'll see.
Go on.
I think the ad industry has a habit of overcomplicating and confiscating a lot of what we do.
Yes.
What do you think? Do you think this could be...
Well, John, it's very interesting you say that. So I'm in danger of being quite direct on this one.
Good.
Is the ad industry, and specifically the ad tech industry, capable of overcomplicating? No shit, Sherlock. right? You know, the truth is that there are so many intermediaries, so many people in the middle, so many mouths and hands held out. From a publisher's perspective, you know, they're dealing with some amazing black boxes. I'm not saying any names here. We all know who they are. But the truth is they have no real understanding, no real sort of like ability to audit exactly what they're getting, what yield they're generating for their impression. And equally on the buy side, it's a similar story. You know, what is the most valuable approach and how do we do it? And there's always someone else that's going to show you how to do it, and they've got their hand out. There is what's known as the swamp. So right now, you know, I think that the ad tech and the ad industry has been overcomplicating life since it was born. And within that overcomplication lies businesses. Our approach is slightly different. Our approach is that, yes, we are a platform, but we are your platform. We don't trade. We're purely about the plumbing and giving you the best and most advanced ORTB, SDK, pre-bid, whatever integration you need, wrapped up with a fantastic UI, wrapped up with support, wrapped up with all of those values. And really our goal is to maximize your potential. So that really means that you can see every stage in the ecosystem, so you take some of the complication out of it. But yes, I think that's one of the challenges. If you're a publisher, certainly, you know, you're thinking, well, just, you know, what do I do? You know, and what is best? And that's quite tough. So we come here for two reasons, really. We've got a lot of partners. We've got 150 plus global partners that use our platform under their own brand, and it's their platform and it's pushing their market. So we're here to meet and greet and to say hi and to make sure we're visible and to support. But also the other side of the equation is we're here looking and seeing and understanding what we need to do to maintain that future-proofing and always be at the forefront of what's coming. And, you know, Cannes is a great place to do that. So the sort of conversations I'm hoping to have after the event will be people that, you know, we can start a conversation which we can then execute on. You know, and you know, Cannes is there are other events. Cannes is see and be seen, right? It's great. You know, put your glad rags on, try not to get too sweaty, get out there, have your apparel spritzes, meet your friends. But actually, you know, it's maybe not quite as transactional here and now. I mean, no doubt there'll be plenty of business signed, but the truth is we'll do most of that after the event. So this is really about reaching out, understanding what's going on in the market, and then helping to guide where we go from there.